Hey everybody, welcome back to Sam and Mary's Outdoor Life. I just wanted to do a bit to camera, I'm at work at the moment, to sort of say, well, I haven't been around on YouTube for a while. It's been nearly 2 months, I think. And I think part of that is a reaction to the situation we've all been going through. I've been fortunate. I've been working all the way through because I work on my own and I work outdoors. So I've been really lucky in that respect. And that obviously means I've had not quite as much time as some people to sort of put out videos and things. I've been busy. As you can see here currently, I'm hedge cutting today. I've got a lot of hedges to cut, so you know that's pretty full on. And generally, obviously down at Old Allen's we can't have anyone down there, Mary and myself, or we haven't been able to. We can now, arguably, or from tomorrow. No, not tomorrow, what I'm talking about, from Saturday, we can. But we are also mindful of the fact that that is our only outside space. We don't have a garden. I'm very fortunate, obviously. I get to enjoy other people's gardens. But that's become a real sanctuary for us. I have been approached by one of the regulars down there about opening the Old Allen's up again, you know, to invitees, because I did remove it from the website it was listed on. So it was listed on nearlywildcamping.org, but I elected to remove it from that because I was, even in the height of the pandemic, the height of the lockdown, I was getting inquiries from groups of up to 10 people wanting to go and camp there. And I understand people were desperate to camp there, but I was just saying, no way, you know, we're in a lockdown, so grow up, you know. People breaking rules. God, it's just started raining. Let me just cover the camera up a bit. Hopefully you'll still hear me. So that was literally, hello girlie. This chicken, if you can see the chicken in the background there, is the sole survivor. We recently had a fox attack in this place. So unfortunately, no eggs anymore. She's a bit stressed. She's on her own, but she spends quite a lot of time with me in the garden, so that's nice. They will be getting more chickens, obviously, but yeah. Hello, girly. Say hello. Yeah, unfortunately, one chicken went missing entirely. One I found in the garden with its head taken off, and the third one I found way down the far end, by the compost bins, or by the compost heap, in a really bad way. I gave her a few hours, put her back in the coop, gave her a few hours to sort of like see how she recovered, but it became apparent she wasn't going to, so I had to do the necessary there. But the saving grace of the two that I found, I took them both off down to Old Allen's, and the kites had a go, and by the following morning there was nothing left. You know, the foxes had come in overnight and carried them off. So whilst it's a real shame that they died, at least they've gone on to feed other things. So, and talking of other things, down at Old Allen's at the moment, I've discovered a sparrowhawk nest. So hopefully I'll be able to tack in a bit of footage of that now. chicks, so it'll be really lovely to see them develop. But yeah, I lost my YouTube mojo. Hands up to that. I even got a bit sick of watching it for a while, which is very unusual for me. Maybe it's a reaction to the fact that other people had time off, and I don't envy them the time off. But they were whacking out all sorts of videos, a lot of which, let's be honest, were bloody awful, and not particularly interesting to me. But I understand it's a reaction to being off, so that's fine. But going back to opening up Old Allens again, currently we still live in a country which is absolutely full of this virus, and a good cycling friend of mine, who admittedly I haven't ridden with for many years now, I found out the other day he's in his mid-50s and he's absolutely fit as a fiddle. He would absolutely annihilate me on a bicycle, so strong and everything. But he got the virus. His body happened to react badly to it, and he ended up in hospital on a ventilator. It's messed with his neurons in his brain, and he's now having to learn to walk again. So whilst there is this sort of mass drive to open things up, I am kind of very conscious of that, because the last thing I would want to do is have a meet up with people, friends from YouTube, and then find myself in the position whereby one of those had had a very bad reaction and was in the same situation or worse. Now I understand, because the people I'm friends with, they're all very sensible, and all of that would be very unlikely to happen. But it is a concern, as is the fact that Old Allens is it's our outside space. It's mine and Mary's outside space. This weekend is the first weekend we're allowed to stay out from our homes officially. So we're spending the weekend down there, just the two of us. So that'll be really good. Now I'll be honest, we did spend one night down there right at the height of the lockdown, when you're still allowed out for your daily exercise. We walked over there, and we did spend the night there and then walked back the next day. But we took that as a kind of a mental health thing, really. It was very much needed by both of us. So I hold my hands up to that. I'm certainly not a saint. But yeah, so I hope people understand generally why there haven't been videos, and we'll get back on it. I mean, I did film some stuff. I dug out a pond. Down there one day. I call it a pond. It's actually currently just a hole in the ground. For those that have stayed at Old Allens, the site, they will know, it's on clay. So my hope was I'd be able to dig this pond and puddle the clay, and it is very, very clay. And then it would hold water, and I filled it up from the stream to about halfway, and it stayed in for a while, and by a while I mean a few days. It did drop a little bit, but I expected that. But then I went back a week later, and there was about an inch of water in the bottom, and all the rest of the sides were all sort of cracked and crazed. But it appears maybe my clay is the wrong type of clay. It might be. I know it's like a boulder clay, so it's probably not knitting together as well as it should do. Or maybe I'm just not doing it right. I don't know, but that video will sort of surface when I manage to finish it. But I think ultimately the pond needs to be bigger yet anyway. But to do it justice, I'm going to have to sort of like get a digger in, I think, realistically, and dig it out properly. And then it's going to. I was trying to avoid a liner, but I think it's going to need like a butyl liner. So that's been happening. So things will come back, and I just want to say, I just hope, and guests down at the field will come back, you know. But I just want to say to people, you know, stay sensible out there, stay safe. If I know you personally through YouTube, and after sort of the weekend you want somewhere to stay, and you're fairly local, a couple of other guys I've already spoken to, they know there is an invite for them. I won't be there, but if you want to get out and have a night's camping, you know, you're welcome to use the place in the week or whatever. I think really that's the best I can do at the moment. So message me directly. Those that know me, they've got my details, and we'll get that arranged for you. That's not a problem really. But yeah, stay safe everybody, and normal service will be resumed soon, very soon, as soon as I've finished these hedges. Yeah.